Good morning, this is Jonathan. Hey, I wanted to catch up with you after a couple days and share a few things with you, some updates. One of the things I told you we were going to talk about in this video blogging series was I was going to share with you some of the things that I'm doing on a couple of projects that I'm working on that can hopefully shed some light and share with you some of the realities of what it looks like when we implement some of these digital marketing plans. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk to you about a new project of mine called Creature Classifieds. So you may be wondering, what in the world is Creature Classifieds? Well, we recently identified a problem, or I say a shortcoming, on Facebook Marketplace. And that is that Facebook doesn't allow you, even though they've got a great marketplace infrastructure for classifieds and that, they don't allow you to list any type of animal for sale. That means if you've got a kitten you want to sell, or a dog, or if you're maybe a hobby farmer and you're trying to sell anything from cows to goats to horses, you can't do that on Facebook Marketplace. They won't allow you to. That has led to a lot of groups that pop up on Facebook that are designed around specific interests. Many of you know, as a hobby, I do some hobby farming with my wife and my family. And for example, if we want to buy some chickens, I can be in a group of people that raise chickens for eggs or meat, but I can't actually advertise any chickens for sale, nor can anyone else. As a result of that, what ends up happening is people start talking about they want to rehome an animal, or somebody needs a change of address, and they're playing games with that to try to get around Facebook's algorithm and try not to get those groups shut down. Well, enough's enough, and so I and a couple members of my team decided that we would set up a new classified ad site specifically designed for people that want to buy and sell animals. You might be a dog breeder, a cat breeder, maybe you're just a hobby farmer like myself and you're looking to have an opportunity to find more animals or to sell animals that you have. And we created Creature Classifieds. That's simple and that's great, but now we have to figure out, how do we get people to come to Creature Classifieds? And I want to talk to you about a concept called digging your well before you need it. It's actually a concept from a guy named Harvey Mackay, if you've ever read any of his books. And he talks about preparing your well or digging your well before you need it. In this case, how do I prepare myself so that when I need somebody's traffic or I need to get my message in front of somebody, how can I ride their coattails? Well, one of the best ways to do that is to build relationships with those individuals prior to the time that you need that relationship, prior to the time that I need access to that group's traffic. So what we've done is just that. We've tried to set aside and make sure that we've connected with like-minded individuals, both in groups on Facebook as well as third-party wise, to connect with people that control some of that traffic. So what we've done is I went to a group called Mid-Michigan Livestock. It's a group of hobby farmers and farmers throughout Michigan, in the central part of Michigan, that are there to talk about ideas and share concepts and just talk about what happens in our daily lives. And that's great. One of the great things is there's thousands and thousands of members on this Mid-Michigan Livestock group. So one of the things I can do is, and that I did do, is I joined that group, I became active in that group, and then when it came time, I asked the moderators of the group, could I put a post up about Creature Classifieds? And in addition to that, could I create a video about it and post that? And in this case, the moderators were very, very easy to work with, and they approved that and said no problem. In fact, I did this in about 20 other groups, all related to, again, my topic. Talked to the moderators, and through the course of doing that, we were able to garner traffic and views. In other words, get out in front of literally tens of thousands of people to tell them about our Creature Classifieds. Did all of them immediately rush over and open an account and list an animal? No, it doesn't work that way. But we have had thousands of people visit our website. We've now had hundreds of positive comments come back, and we've had hundreds of animals listed on the website, all for $0 in marketing. The only thing I had to do was at one point stand in front of the camera like I'm doing with you and share a bit about our story. We'll talk about storytelling later, and then post that video up with an encouragement, not even an incentive, but just an encouragement to take a look at Creature Classifieds and check it out. And that's what we've done. In the process, something else neat happened, and that's that I was able to connect with some groups outside of Michigan. And I have, as a result, built some relationships with some group owners that run national groups. And you may say, okay, well, what's the big deal, Jonathan? I mean, groups are groups, right? Well, yes, but these national groups have tens of thousands of members. And it's been really cool because now I actually have a couple of those group admins or moderators that are actually encouraging me to start advertising to their group because they have a problem. And the problem in the group is that the more that their members talk about rehoming and new homes and things like that for animals, the more Facebook hassles these moderators about possibly shutting down their groups because they're violating Facebook's terms of service. Creature Classifieds provides a solution. And so what we've done is we've presented Creature Classifieds to these groups as a solution. They love their groups. The groups are fantastic for communicating, but there's a problem. Everybody wants to buy and sell animals that are in the groups, or most of them do. And as a result, we need to provide them with a safe and good place to do that. So we found a need, we've met the need, and now we're promoting that. And what I want to encourage you today is, as you're thinking about promoting your business, think about who your audience is. Where are they congregating online now, and how do you get in front of them? We didn't have a budget to spend tens of thousands of dollars on advertising to drive traffic. This is a side project that at the moment isn't generating any revenue at all. It will be over time, but right now we need to generate some traffic. Kind of a chicken or the egg problem, no pun intended. So as we're working to drive that traffic and to create that traffic, we needed to do so on as low a budget as possible. And so far, we've done it without spending a penny on any advertising. How do we do it? Again, simply we identified where our audience was. We connected and found out how to get in front of them where they are online currently. And as a result, we encourage them by talking to them, by telling them what benefit it served them and their community to engage with us. So far, it's working out great. I'll put a link here if you want to check out the project. If you happen to be into animals as well, you're welcome to check out our project. If you've got any questions about how this process works or how to dig your well before you're thirsty, as Harvey Mackay would say, please feel free to let me know. And what I'd love to do is I'd love for each of you, as you're working on things this year, take a moment down in the comments, whether you're watching this in January of 2021 or January of 2025. I'd love post down in the comments and tell us, what are you doing to find out who your audience is and where they're at online? I'm Jonathan with Valor Circle. I thank you for your time and make it a great day.